Speaking of unfortunate, you know what's unfortunate? LSU was unfortunate.
Oh, man.
Florida State played a hell of a football game. That was the game of the weekend, right? Wasn't it? Because Ohio State, Notre Dame.
Florida-Utah was really good.
That was good, where Utah had a chance to tie it, but decided to win it, and then Florida picked off Utah in the end zone. That was the end of that one.
That cost me.
Boy, that's a long trip. That's a long trip
clams.
from the Mountain Time Zone just to. I think the last it was the reverse to go from Florida to the Mountain Time Zone all that way just to get an axe in the chest at the end was The Shining. I think it was Scatman Crothers in The Shining went from Florida to the Mountain Time Zone, take an axe in the chest at the end. Utah did the reverse, went from the Mountain Time Zone all the way.
And Utah blew inside the one in the first half, so they really left a lot of points on the board.
But Florida State had a remarkable flea flicker work, right?
Yep.
And LSU was just getting pounded, but then came back and had an opportunity to come back because Florida State fumbled it going in to just wrap the game up.
It was so ridiculous. Dude,
I'm like, what are you doing?
It's a pitch out. The game's over.
The game's over.
Like, the ball should have never left the quarterback's hands.
Why don't you just take knees and then kick the field goal?
Yes.
So you give LSU a chance. Of course they march all the way down the field. Of course they score with no time left. And of course they got the extra point blocked.
That was crazy.
Extra point blocked.
Did LSU bring Green Bay's special teams coach from last year? Did Brian Kelly do that?
Nice.
Big part of his new family? Nice. And by the way, what the hate, I understand there's a lot of SEC hate for LSU from various parts of the country. But man, the pile-on that happened on Brian Kelly. On Sunday
night.
Wait
for Overreaction Monday.
The pile-on Brian Kelly. What is that? Is that the Notre Dame hate towards him, or they think he's fugazi and the dancing and the family and all that business?
Yes, all of the above.
Yep.
I would say that's probably accurate.
He bolted on Notre Dame and he left. I mean,
the dancing with recruits was really weird. And the fake
but honestly, the pile-on that happened on top of Brian Kelly throughout the game and then when LSU lost. Joe Tessitore has the Gus Johnson in him too, doesn't he? Like,
Joe Tess's games get weird.
Nuts.
Get haywire.
God bless it. If you have that, you've got that ability as an announcer not only to meet the moment, but for some reason the football gods decide to bestow upon you games like that. And Notre Dame versus Ohio State I was looking forward to that game all week. It really wasn't that great.
No, kind of a dud.
It was a bit of a dud.
I mean, shout out to Notre Dame for playing really hard for the first half and then just couldn't get any offense going.
The minute Notre Dame ran a called quarterback run on 3rd and long in the red zone in their first possession, the minute they're like, we'll settle for 3, we'll get out of here with 3, I'm like, you're making and Marcus Freeman should know that. You're making a major mistake. You put 7s on the board in the horseshoe. You got to. And those 4 points meant the world later on. My boy Breer, he was in mid-season form, tweeting out, we're going to win by 100. Only 89 points off. He's in mid-season form, right? You know who's in mid-season form or postseason form? Your Georgia Bulldogs. Holy crap.
Well, they're not mine, but...
They are.
Oh.
You went to Atlanta, didn't you? You went there?
Yes.
Didn't you go to Atlanta?
I didn't
hold on a minute. You spent your Labor Day weekend on a plane
to
go see a Georgia football game.
by myself.
I understand that. I understand that. The most important person of your nuclear household
leave my house behind
Georgia.
And go to the game.
By the way, congrats to Sarah on the gig with CBS Sports. Yeah. I was so excited to see that.
Thank you. She's actually got a second one. She's doing stuff with Amazon, Prime Video, NFL as well this fall.
That's great.
Yeah. Should be real exciting.
That's great.
We had a great time. We drank a little too much. We were also sitting in the organ section. So the people around us.
So it was quiet.
So it was quiet. We were making a lot of noise.
Oh, man. I mean, Oregon fans got to be like, last year we went to the horseshoe. We beat Ohio State. We got this one. Yeah. We got this one. We can get Georgia. They can't be as good as last year. And then they started playing.
There's good. 7 touchdowns
on the first. What's the name of that defensive lineman who threw an offensive lineman out of the club? Did you see that video? I forget. There were 2 pieces of video that went viral on my timeline. That 6'7" tight end leapfrogging people, jumping over people. Yeah. And then whoever's taken, I think, Jordan Davis's spot threw someone out of the club. Holy crap.
Yeah, Darnell Washington is the tight end there, along with Brock Bowers.
I know. He's not even the best one on the team.
Not even the best one on the team.
And Stetson Bennett, the fourth. Is he the fourth or the third?
He's the fourth.
The fourth. Stetson Bennett, the fourth, is really good at football.
Really good at football.
And he's either going to, there's two choices for him. Stetson Bennett, the fourth, will either, somehow keep this thing going and get drafted and have a career, okay, where everyone thinks that he doesn't, or B, he's going to have the greatest photographs on the wall of a hedge fund manager in the history of hedge fund managing. Right? You're going to walk into Stetson Bennett's office, and you're just going to see trophies and photographs of whatever hedge fund he's going to run.
Yep.
Or he's going to have a pro career.
Stetson Heisman the fourth.
Stetson. Is that the nickname? Did you just come up with that?
I tweeted that out on Saturday.
Stetson Heisman the fourth.
He only had 6 incompletions. Half of those were throwaways, and he had 360 yards.
And by the way, all the craziness of the preseason, we'd throw that out the window. Georgia's number 2 now.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
That's it. It's Alabama and Georgia, and then the rest of us will just try and hope for the best.
Wait for overreaction,
okay,
please.
That's coming up.